Time to get the weekend started with Friday Night Baseball from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend. Miles Michaelis gets the start for St. Louis in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, not a very good start in his last one.
So striding forward now, Casey Duke, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here comes the first pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Garcia has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out.
So here's how the Cardinals are positioned defensively.
Digging in the switch hitter, Casey Duke. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Casey Duke.
First offering on its way. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. Goldschmidt will take this to the bag himself, and with that, the inning. Ready for another shot now. Casey Duke. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Duke.
Grounded up the first baseline. And a foul ball here, 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Ready with another 0-2. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. Gone to lead off the inning. Casey Duke will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. Ripped on the ground to first. Fielded by Goldschmidt. And he'll stick on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major contributor. For that, he's the top player of the game.
Yeah, he really made it happen with the bat in this one. You see here 2 hits and 1 was a long ball, so he has to feel pretty good about what he did here.
Victorious St. Louis Cardinals, 8 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They left 9 men on.
MLB The Show is at the gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri, and lovely. Carlos Martinez will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Carlos Martinez, one of the biggest arms in the game of baseball. Electric fastball, 95 to 99 miles an hour with movement up, down, in, and out of the zone. Powerhouse slider. I mean, as good as in baseball, his changeup has gotten better. If Carlos Martinez brings his A game, he has the chance to throw a no-hitter every time he takes the mound.
Now at the plate, Marcell Ozuna. He carries the 8th best batting average in the National League entering play.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take any, but I don't think many.
Well, and he has some trouble with it. Pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning. On to first, but not in time. Stepping up to the plate, Casey Duke. He went deep in the contest last night. First pitch on its way. Lifted the other way out to left center. On the move is Ozuna. He makes the running play. 2 down. In now, Casey Duke. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Shortstop, Duke.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And this is going to be extra bases here to kick off the fifth. And he will get there as the Angels are in business with a leadoff double.
So with your pitcher due up next, you can either have him bunt, or you can even think about having him show bunt to draw the corners in and then let him swing away. Depends on how much confidence they have in him with a bat in his hands.
Here now the 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Ready once again, Michael Hermosillo. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Working for the punch out and the offering. Hit on the ground out to short. DeYoung gathers it in. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
And that's what speed does for you. He made the play, but in the back of his mind, he knew he was dealing with the speedster, so he rushed the throw, and he had more time than he thought, too.
Now the double steal is on here. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. And he will make it back in there. He's safe at third.
And you know, guys, if this bat doesn't break, it's probably a double play ball, but that just wasn't happening here. Good job to make sure of one, though.
Striding in, Mike Trout, 1 for 2. He singled and struck out in 2 trips. Here's a pop-up now. Throw on to first. He'll be in time, and a good chance for the Angels goes for naught. Strand a couple. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Casey Duke, 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
1 run, 8 hits, 2 errors on the Angels line score so far. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Angels strand. So striding in, Casey Duke. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch. And here's Matt Carpenter. A couple of singles for him in 4 trips for him this afternoon.
Matt Carpenter.
The 1-2. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. The throw pulls him off the bat.
Oh, this is kind of unforgivable. This one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with the victory and look on to the next one.
This one wraps up as a 10-8 final.
Louis Cardinals, 10 runs.
Afternoon baseball now. Jack Flaherty, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the base. Down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan? Now at the plate, Casey Duke, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that's through into center field. Base hit. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
Boy, Dero, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs have scored in this inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to think. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and drive in the guy from third base. Don't put pressure on yourself that you have to get everyone in with one swing of the bat. Pass the baton and keep the line moving. The St. Louis Cardinals attack you on defense in this fashion. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
Kevin Smith will be next, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Here's the 0-2, and he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases. At the plate, Casey Duke, he singled his last time up.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Duke stands 5'9" and will hit from both sides of the plate. He was selected in the 15th round back in the draft of 2019.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
DeYoung is there, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters, now. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat. Wieters awaits the 0-1. Bouncer up the middle. Duke. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag. Stepping up now, Casey Duke, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
It's very difficult being a switch hitter, and very rarely do you see.
And that is into right field, a base hit.
Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
Ready for another chance? Alex Meyer. A fairly clear sacrifice situation here with 2 on and nobody out. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game. Here's Will Myers.
Now batting, the first baseman, Will Myers.
Ready on 1 and 2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Ozuna is under it. 2 down. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Now batting, Kevin Smith. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Kevin Smith.
There he goes. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here in the side. Here's Marcell Ozuna. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning.
Marcell Ozuna.
The 1-2. On the ground towards short. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Now at the plate, Casey Duke. Chance to cash in here, and don't be surprised if he does. Certainly known as one of the best clutch hitters in the sport today. First offering on its way. And a good swing there as this is deep down the line in right, but this is going to wind up out of play. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
A 9-out save. That's 3 full innings. You don't see that very often these days. It's awfully nice to have a guy in the back of your bullpen.
A player is challenged to raise the bar defensively.
Tuesday night baseball now from the Big A, Angel Stadium of Anaheim. Tonight, the Felix Pena gets the call for game 1 of the season. Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett.
That is fifth.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game.
Gennett.
Popped up. Cozart is under it. 2 gone.
Let's play ball. Ball 4. Take the ball.
Digging in, Casey Duke, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Casey Duke.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. A diving effort as it's off his glove. And no chance at a recovery here, as despite a great effort that time, they won't get an out on the play. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Peter Borges. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Peter Borges.
Here's the 0-2. And there he goes towards second. Scooped up on the backhand. And a low throw to first, but Votto's able to come up with it. A fine play. Strand a couple. Stepping in, Casey Duke. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Casey
ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lifted the other way out to left center. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he'll reach second now with 1 away. Now at the plate, Peter Borges. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here it comes, 0-2. Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the second out. Here's Will Myers. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
The first baseman, Will Myers.
Runner goes for third. In the air to left. Winker will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. So now the Reds cleanup hitter, Eugenio Suarez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's got it, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Digging in once again, Jose Peraza, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Jose Peraza.
Now here's the pitch. Get back up the middle. Throw in time at first for route number 2. At the plate, Jesse Winker. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
Winker.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Back up the middle. To his left. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game. But the tying run comes across to score here as this one looks like it'll go to the wire. Jared Hughes gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7.
For Cincinnati.
First pitch on its way. Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Third home run for him on the year, and the Angels move out to a 3-2 lead.
Well, the skipper called on him for a reason, and I can guarantee you, in a quick series like this, you take the first one, you're guaranteed at least a split. They'll take that every single time.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The Angels jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Jaime Maria earns the victory out of the bullpen, his 5th.
3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left.
Wednesday night baseball on the show. Shohei Ohtani gets the ball for the Angels in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. He's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty. It'll be interesting to see which.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Into the box now, Casey Duke. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is smoked to right, and I don't think this one's coming back. No chance. It's gone.
Well, he hit a homer last night, too, so it's obvious that he's in a groove right now. My advice to this staff,
digging in now, Casey Duke. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around.
He did hit high and deep out there to left center field. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
Well, when you're hitting the ball as well as he is, every time you swing the bat, you're thinking the ball's leaving the ballpark. He had a home run last time, and he almost had another one here. Nothing wrong with a double off the wall, though.
Stepping into the box, Peter Borges. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And he takes ball 4, so a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. Here's Will Myers. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Striding in once again, Kevin Smith. No hits to this point.
Kevin Smith
comes set. The 0-1. This is hit on the ground to first. Is he going to get out of this? He is, as he gets the 3 unassisted. And now is Yasiel Puig. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat.
Yasiel Puig.
Liner in there for a base hit. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from ready now for L.A. Casey Duke. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get 1 or 2 of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by an opposing team can lift the team up.
And the runner from third scores as they try to work their way back into this one. And he is into second base with an RBI double.
Rarely do you see a rookie have the kind of game he's having here. That's his third hit of the game, and I'd say he definitely looks the part out there. Gotta love a young guy that can make an impact like this.
Next will be the designated hitter, Peter Borges. It was a walk in his last trip. The 1-2. Popped him up. Jeanette over to his left. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Will Myers. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kevin Smith. He was a ground-out victim last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at-bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is.
But the throw is well up the line, and he scores easily.
Hey, with 2 strikes right there, he's trying to run that ball up and in to try to tie him up, but it did.
Digging in and looking for more, Casey Duke, already a homer and 2 doubles to his credit thus far. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
That swing had one purpose, and that was to put the ball over the wall. I guess he doesn't have much to lose.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, but they still face a 7-run deficit.
Well, some people would say this homer is wasted because they're down.
Standing in, Casey Duke, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at-bat, his second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
Duke has tossed over 30 innings so far this season, and those innings have been a real struggle for him. Case in point with his whip. It's over 2, so getting outs has not been easy. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Schebler is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. So here's Matt Kemp now. It was a flyout for him in his left side of the infield into the shift. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. 13-8, the final score in this one. Cincinnati scored a lucky 13 in this one. Sonny Gray earned his 5th win of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney.